Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So the latest financial report has just been released by Games Workshop. I'll include the link to that in the description of this video in case you want to go and check it out and read it for yourself. I've made some points on this. It talks about Warhammer Plus, it talks about the IP, video games, all that exciting stuff that we can expect. I've also wrote down some of the other things as well which people may want to know about, like percentages, the warehouse expanding, all that kind of stuff. So let's just jump in and let's get talking. So the main question is, have they made a profit? Yes, they have. Actually, it's a new record profit according to the statement I've been reading. So last year's profit, after they paid all the staff, all the expensive, everything like that, was 122 million. This time it is 128 million. So they're up 6 million from the last financial report. So that's why I'm saying it is a new record profit for them. It actually says it in this article, in this document, that it is a new record profit for Games Workshop. And what they do mention as well, which again I find very interesting, I know we've been talking about this a lot via the streams I do on the channel, it lists the key products. And the key products, of course, are AOS 40k, which states the most popular franchise that they own, and the Horus Heresy as well. There's no mention of Necromunda on there or any of the skirmish games, not even Lord of the Rings itself. Now, I've been saying, and I'm sure, well, a lot of you have been agreeing, how popular the Horus Heresy is, how it's getting now with a new box set. We've actually been debating, will the Horus Heresy come to a point where it's going to be more profitable in the future than stuff like AOS, because when it comes to the Horus Heresy, you can basically use it in both 40k and 30k with some of their vehicles and some of their actual marine models as well. Anyway, let's just jump in and let's go through the fun stuff, which is the video game stuff, the entertainment, their IP, the mention of Warhammer Plus, and I think that's what we'll start with, because Warhammer Plus is mentioned here, but it's only given 2 lines, which could be taken as concerning, or that, they're focusing on other aspects. I mostly get it that they're focusing on actually licensing their IP out, because apparently the licensing revenue, according to this document, was £28 million. So there's a lot of money coming in from licensing their products. That's t-shirts, that's of course like video games and everything like that. So what does it state about Warhammer Plus here? This is the 2 lines it's given. It says, in the year we launched Warhammer Plus, it is only now approaching the 1st anniversary and so is still in very early development. The exciting content delivered through Warhammer Plus will remain an integral part of our digital offer and how we share our IP. There's no mention into, how much profit it made, if it lost anything, nothing about that at all. For me, looking at that straight away, I thought there was going to be more given to Warhammer Plus, talking about, animation projects. I'll put on the screen, if I can, in the background, something they shared a couple of months back when they were talking about their animations, and there's some big things on there. Astartes 2 is one of them. We have been hearing through the grapevine that maybe Astartes 2 is not happening. Again, that is just whispers of the warp. I'm not taking that as fact until I see that from the goose's mouth, let's say. Does that even make sense? I have no idea. But yes, I wish they would really contact us. I wish they'd really keep us more in the loop about what's going on with these animation projects, because we just don't know. Like, there's been no articles recently about it. There's been no fun stuff to try and hype it up, to try and just keep it out there, to keep us talking about it. So yeah, I wonder what the hell's going on with some of their animation stuff. And going on with the IP stuff, it does state here that they've appointed a new creative director. Looking at the heart of their licenses opportunities, it goes on to say that Warhammer IP is vast, rich and endless, so they want to do more projects. Their strategy, it states here, is to exploit the value of our IP beyond our core tabletop business, leveraging multiple categories and markets globally. We intend to ensure Warhammer's place as one of the top fantasy IPs globally. The main areas are entertainment, video games, which we'll get into in just a second. So let's actually start with the video games, because there's a lot of talk about video games. It's been actually a pretty good year for video games, I think. So it states here, during the year of our licensed partners, they launched 6 new games, 4 for PC/console, 1 virtual reality, and 1 on mobile. I think the mobile one is Lost Crusade, if I'm not mistaken. We also saw revenue from established games that continue to perform well many years after launch through a mixture of added content and continued marketing. Particular launching note, they were highly anticipated of Total War 3 and Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. So those are the 2 big games that basically launched this year's. Now on to new stuff, because this is where the fun begins. So 8 new games were announced last year, it says, including Space Marine 2. I think we are all aware that Space Marine 2 is coming. It actually states with Space Marine 2, which has been the most consistently requested game since the first one came out in 2011. I can completely agree with that. I've been saying this since the first one came out. It goes on to say that fans' responses was overwhelmingly positive. Of course, that trailer was fantastic, but we need to see more gameplay. Show us more gameplay. Now it goes into new games launching in 2022/2023 include major franchises, Warhammer 40,000, Darktide, and Blood Bowl 3. We know Darktide is coming out in September. No idea about Blood Bowl because I don't follow it. Plus 4 are still waiting release dates. In a total, there are 12 unreleased games in development, and 4 new licenses were signed in this year, this financial year. Now, I have heard one of the licensed games that may have been signed is a brand new 40k RTS. I've heard through the whispers of the warp, this may not be true, so please take this with salt and bring all the salt, because apparently it is going to be a brand new Dawn of War game. Dun, dun, dun. Who knows? Let's see where they go with it. Hopefully it does happen, because what happened with Dawn of War 3, we should never end like this. Please give us a Dawn of War game that we all bloody deserve. It also mentions a company called Nexon, and it mentions that they basically have paid 7.5 million for like a license. It's not all been paid at this moment, but it's been basically, it says the cash is paid through the lifetime of the license. 7.5 million just to license a GW game. That is kind of insane. Now I searched Nexon, and basically it's going to be an AOS virtual reality world or something on the lines of that. You can search it. Just search Nexon and Warhammer and you'll get some articles. It's a Chinese company, which it's looking like, I went on their website, they mainly do mobile games, so I don't know, it's going to be something mobile related, I guess. It's, yeah, nothing that I'm interested in anyway. Now, I was looking for any type of mention of like fan animations or anything like that, because of course that was a big talking point last time. And I can't really find anything. The only really subject which they talk about this, well, let's say talk about their media IP is under the section where it says media, and it goes, well, this is the statement. This is the actual statement. It says, our IP is huge and there are many opportunities. We will keep you informed appropriately in line with any agreement with potential partners. We also seek the appropriate legal support on what we can say and what we can't. It's quite complex and we don't wish to slip on any of our legal duties or misrepresent progress when this industry works at a different pace to our core business. I continue to remind our team it's a long process and we can fail at many hurdles. We remain confident we will bring the worlds of Warhammer to the screen like you've never seen before. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like Eisenhorn and stuff? Because we've heard nothing about Eisenhorn. It doesn't mention Eisenhorn in here at all. So again, that's another slap in the face for me, because I really wanted that to happen. Hopefully it still is happening. Yeah, I can't see anything else mentioned about fan stuff, which is a bit strange, because at the last financial report, they actually did like a Zoom meeting with some of their investors, and there was a chap who was in that Zoom meeting, and that chap contacted me and said, they basically mentioned that they were going to put a statement out about fan animations and everything like that, but that just never happened. It just nothing happened. So I don't know. Are they still planning to do that? Are they just ignoring it now? What can we do? Is it like, can people start making fan animations again? I don't know. Like, yeah, I was hoping that this would clear it up a little bit more, but there's literally nothing a part of this document in there, unless I've missed it. I've gone over it twice now. If anyone can find anything, then please post it down below, because I'd love to read it, because that is something I'm very, very interested in. Anyway, moving on to some of the other things that stood out. Again, this is what stood out to me. May not really care about you. So basically, with the sales in Russia shutting down because they stopped sales in Russia, their best guess is that they lost around £4 million. As I mentioned, they beat last year's record revenue with this year's record revenue. 92% of GW stores are profitable. So, you know, there's 8% stores out there that are not making a profit. The White Dwarf magazine is growing, for those of you who read the White Dwarf magazine, so it looks like that's on the correct road. Factories 1 and 2 operate 43 machines. That is, you know, the plastic injection molding machines. So that is up 4 brand new machines from last year. And lastly, because of some of the shipping problems that they had last year with everything that was going on in the world, it says here 8% of new products were delayed. That was like to Australia and stuff like that. But actually still seeing it with Australia right now. They haven't got their hands on the plastic Leviathan Dreadnought because, again, more stuff that's going on with actual shipping delays. But apart of that, that's basically it. If I'm going to take anything from this, I love the fact that they mentioned the Horus Heresy, part of their key products. Hopefully, that means if the Horus Heresy is earning a lot of money, they're going to start bringing even more stuff over to plastic, because that's what we want. We want plastic Fellblades. We want plastic Thunderhawks, Stormbirds. Dare I say, plastic Warlord Titans. This is where the fun begins. I am a bit let down that they didn't mention other stuff like, you know, more of the animation stuff. I wanted a bit more stuff about the video games, but again, they can't go in and start, you know, talk about titles and stuff, because it'll ruin it for the companies who are actually building the products. But yeah, that's about it. That is me done for this video. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, again, if you want to go and read it, the link is included in the description of this video. If I've missed anything, please point it out in the comment section, and I'll give it a read and give you some feedback, and I'll talk to you. I'll become your best friend. How about that? Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.